But let's talk about food now. Emeril Lagasse is among the most famous chefs in the world. He now has a new collaborator in his kitchen, his son E.J. Lagasse. Together they've transformed Emerils into a different kind of restaurant. Ian McNulty, the food writer for the Times-Picayune New Orleans Advocate, and our guest every Friday, is here with more on that. And I did the story with Emeril when he first opened after the pandemic, and he had changed some things up then. But this is a much bigger change.
That's right, Eric. At Emerils, they're calling it the next chapter, the evolution of what Emerils Restaurant is. And a lot of people know Emerils. It's been around since 1990. It was a big deal when it first opened. But the biggest change now is what you alluded to in the open. He's Emeril, the chef, world famous chef. He's working with this new collaborator, and that's his son, E.J. Lagasse. He is 20 years old. Eric, he's not legally old enough to drink. And
well, that's got to be cool for him and his dad to be, you know.
And yet, yes, and yet he has his hand at the helm of this restaurant. He is helping guide the future evolution of Emerils. And the way they look at it, he is joining the family business. He has been steeped in the restaurant world his entire life. He's gone off and trained in world-class restaurants in New York and in Europe, and now he's back and he's bringing what Emeril has told me is this fresh perspective, this new energy and spark, and you see it. So the new format at Emeril's Restaurant is this. If you eat in the main dining room, the full show, that is
where the kitchen is and everything, yeah.
Yes, that is a tasting menu only restaurant. You'll be given an option not to order individual dishes, but to order one of 3 different tasting menus. This ranges from a 3-course, fairly straightforward dinner to these 7-course experiences. And Eric, this is not ducking in for a quick meal. You're coming here for this is dinner and a show. This is the entire evening.
It was always upscale, but you're saying now it's upper upscale.
That's right, yes. You know, Emerils was known for a really robust approach to food. It was upscale, but it could be kind of playful, casual in some regards. It had, you know, all the bells and whistles, but also you didn't know if you were gonna get, you know, a dish from the Creole classics or something that was out of left field. Well, now what they're doing at Emerils is much more aligned with what you're seeing across the country and really across the world with the highest edge of the spectrum for fine dining. They're chasing that ideal that people will travel the world to find if they want this particular culinary experience. That's what they're chasing there at Emerils right now.
So how different are the 3 tasting menus?
Quite different. So there's the 3-course meal, that's about $95, right? This is an expensive restaurant. That's the closest you'll get to what Emerils maybe you're remembering from the past. And then there's the 7-course tasting menu of what they call the classics, and then the 7-course tasting menu of seasonal dishes. That changes quite often. And so all of these dishes arrive with a certain level of panache and flair and composition and theme. This is a great example right here. This is one of the desserts. This is the Magnolia. It looks just like a Magnolia Blossom on your table. There's oohs and ahs. You want to take a picture of it. You want to dig in. And one other option here I want to mention too is the bar. The bar is now called the Salon, and if you enter the bar area, this is different from the main dining room. You can order off the menu here. So here you can get a little more casual approach to Emerils. You can get his gumbo. Here's the banana cream pie that they recently redid. You can go in for dessert after dinner somewhere else, perhaps. Have dessert here at the bar. It's a more casual approach.
And that's that part when you walk in, you go to the left.
Exactly, right. So they still have that option on the table for you. But if you're going into the main dining room, the point is you're putting yourself in the hands of these chefs, and now the chefs are Emeril Lagasse, his son EJ, and their culinary team there, and they're doing something really special.
And so is Emeril in the kitchen with him all the time? Or because he has a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, he does, yes. He travels all around for his shows and his restaurants. But if he's in town, he is working there with his son. And let me tell you, I mean, you know a father-son relationship. You can see that play out. You can watch these two working together. And here's Emeril, the legend, and EJ, a rising star. And it's a really cool thing to see here in New Orleans.
Because the kitchen is open. All right. Yeah, Ian, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Always a pleasure.
And good luck for Emeril and his son.